Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Essential Messages. My name is Bobbie, and I will be your guide for today. I am an intuitive counsellor, so I have the link down below if you want a private reading. I do channeled messages. I message through Pleiadians, Arcturians, and my higher self, source energy. And anyone else that I feel at that moment needs to come through, I'll let them through. It does seem like I'm just talking to you from my own self, but many times they're giving me messages in my mind while I'm speaking, and I just pour them out. So I'm really excited about today. I'm actually excited about my life. My life is turning so cool at the moment. But yeah, more of that later on. I also wanted to bring up, that's right, that I put a new thanks bar on my video link because I had several people asking to donate and they didn't know where to donate. So I added the thanks. So I'm really, really appreciative of all donations. Every single cent of my donations goes straight back into this business. It goes into advertising. It goes into me being able to create these beautiful videos like the portal videos going to Pleiades. I'm working on an Arcturian one. I want to make this my mainstream business. Well, it will become my mainstream business. Let's just put it that way. I'm not stopping until it does. So love you guys and really, really grateful for all of your support. I'm also a author illustrator of 2 children's books. That is on my Etsy, which is NEWEARTHPRODUCTS and Fortune Dice. So I've created them as well. So let's get into some messages. Now, the messages, channel messages that were coming up, really interesting today. So the channel messages were on moving into creating our new reality, how we're day to day able to see the transition as we go along. So I noticed in the last week, I feel like I've been, hey Matthew, I feel like I've been working towards lifting my vibration higher and higher, creating the reality that I desire. And I honestly can see so many cracks appearing where I'm stepping into these new realities that I'm creating, and I feel I've changed enough of myself to see them now. But also day-to-day things that happen, you might be at work and something crops up and somebody says something that you're not really appreciative of, or you see a business that you're in that could be worked around a lot better or something like that. I know, or you're phoning up somebody, right? Like this morning I phoned up Wix, who does my website, and they just didn't have any sort of connection to be able to contact them via phone. I had to go through Facebook. I had to wait for someone to post something. It was very, very difficult to be able to contact them through phone. Now, normally I would be all anxious and get all that feeling, but because I've stepped into this new self-awareness of myself, allowing my soul to be present, it's like I'm not attaching myself to my logical thoughts of the past was like that, and the anxiousness that comes with it, and the worry that it's never going to get done, and that these people are doing this to me to annoy me and all this. That was kind of in a distance in my mind. Instead, I was just feeling through my vibration of my soul. I stayed calm through the whole thing. And then when it came to the end, I didn't even think about doing this, but it just automatically poured out of my mouth to explain to them very, very simplistically, and very calmly how they could change their business to help others, so that we're not having anxiety, others aren't having anxiety trying to get hold of them. And I did it with this sense of love pouring through to the guy, and he just, instead of his voice getting all abrupt and that, his voice was like, oh yes, oh thank you so much. It was a really beautiful conversation that happened. And that's what I mean by, as we step into our next vibrational reality, we're looking at things and we're reacting different. And when we're sending love through to something else, it wants to help. The other side wants to help. I had it with my other business as well. I just calmly explained how they could improve their business so it could help our business and so forth. And it worked extremely well. Instead of, I had people beside me that wanted to say the same thing and they were just like, I'm not saying anything. Or somebody did say the same thing. They said that they said something last week and they were really angry about it. And it's like deaf ears. It doesn't work. The way we change our reality is as those things crop up, we reflect it with love and we just stay calm and we know that it's going to be okay. Because we've tried that way before. We've tried the anger. We've tried all of that before. It didn't work, right? It just gave us more anxiety, more fuel to think that in the future it's going to happen again. It just kept on fueling us with, tension, stress, and it doesn't work and it didn't get us anywhere. So this seems to be opening, new vibrations for everybody. Really cool. Hey, Malcolm. Hey, Brianna. Hey, Mark. Hi, Rita. Good to see you guys here. Yeah, I love my family on this channel. It's so beautiful. So I will start off with a general reading. Just be aware of that. Just because we're stepping into these new vibrations doesn't mean that little things don't crop up. It means that we're approaching them in a different manner and we're seeing different results. And we're feeling a lot better and calmer. And, I stepped away from the phone. I stepped away from my job and explaining how it could be better, feeling good about myself. So there was no anxiety. So there's no neuron path in my logical brain held on to this is going to happen again and I have to protect myself, overly protect myself. It leaves me with a space to be able to create in the next moment, so I can enjoy my day. And my day is just beautiful, a lot more beautiful. There's just no anxiety. So yeah, it works very well. Just letting you guys know I have had that this week and I had that this week, and what a turnaround. So let's get into the general for this week. Oh, I just realized there's a different card in this. I'll turn it around and see what it was. Okay, it's the devil. That's interesting, but it was in reverse. So we're letting go of all that we are addicted to. We're letting go of the chains that have chained us to the past. Interesting. I'll put that back on the other deck. Okay. Also, I found that when I picked up the cards, they were split in a 1/3 to 2/3 ratio. One was upside down like that. And that reminded me of a very important dream about what's happening now on Gaia, where in the beginning of the dream I was actually attacked by reptilians, but they just scratched me on my arm, and then there was a huge rock in front of me, and it had split 2/3 to 1/3, and it was like an almighty crack, like everything had shifted on Gaia herself. And it was like humanity's consciousness had split, and there was those that chose one path and those that chose the other. So interesting that the cards were like that. It's almost like we're really in that split at the moment. Okay, so just pour these out. I'll just get a couple more cards and then I'll read them together. So good to see you guys. Leanne, Rainbow. Yeah, and I've got a poll up too. I tried to do an actual poll up on my YouTube, but it wasn't letting me press to go live or whatever. So I just thought I'll make my own little poll up on the community page on my YouTube, and that's asking whether you guys want me to do a general channel message every morning, Monday to Friday, and then still do the free chat bars on Tuesday. So I'll see what you guys say with that, because I do want to make this my business in the end. A lot of reversals. Interesting, a lot of reversals. Okay. So we have the 6 of coins, but it was in reverse. And I got this strong feeling. See how the guy is gifting somebody something and holding something up here. I really got this feeling when it was upside down of being very cautious with who we give to and how we receive, just allowing only the energies that are open to us, like a clear feeling of knowing that if you're coming from your own intuition, that person is either going to take what you give them and then send it out as a vibration to someone else, instead of hoarding. So we've got not only to be aware of our own self of receiving and giving in our energy, but just be aware of other people's energies. And if you feel that they are coming from that graspy hoarding feeling, no, sorry, not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, because it's not energy that's flowing with the vibration that we want to create on planet at the moment, on Gaia at the moment. Mark, do what feels good for you, Bobby. You know what works for you. We appreciate generosity. Yeah, I thought I would ask you guys as well, because I've been thinking about it for a while and I didn't want to be too much for everybody. So I thought, well, I'll throw it out there, because I'm very happy to do general chat, because I actually get a lot of messages in between, and then I write some of them down, some of them I forget. So it could just produce more messages to share with you guys. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. The next card that I got was the only upside right one, which is the Knight of Wands. So we've got the 6 of Coins just in reverse, and then the Knight of Wands. So there's something coming in here. Somebody even coming into your reality that might give you insight into action, creating something through action, through somebody bringing in a message for you, to say, hey, why not try this way, just to help you progress. So that's what I'm getting from this one. It's also giving me the feeling of you, if you're ever waiting for someone to give you the right answer, it could be because the lesson for you is to take the staff at yourself and plunge ahead and make that decision yourself. If you want to actually, here I am talking about whether or not to go, do more or not on my channel. It's interesting. It's no, just do, and then getting Mark saying, do what feels right for you. If you're waiting too long, just go for it. Just take the initiative and go for it. So that's really cool. So then we have the 9 of Wands, which was in reversal as well. So 9 of Wands in reversal. Just let me feel of this one. Goes in the right. Sorry, just seeing what they're telling me as well. Okay, so what I'm getting off this one is he's finally taking off his protective wear, his helmet. See his helmet sitting down here. It's no longer on his head. He's sitting down on the stairs and he's contemplating all of those staffs that he was fighting with in the background. And he's sitting there with his one staff now going, now what? And reverse. It's like, I no longer need to protect myself. I feel safe in the space to move into this new vibration. Clarity will come when you say, this is the life I want. Clarity will come when you say, this is the life I want. Instead of waiting, I think this whole message is all about, instead of waiting for the outside world to tell you what to do, the outside world is almost on pause, waiting for you to say, this is my desired outcome, this is what I choose, and I am not looking at any other, I'm not looking at that can happen anymore, because that's all logical mind and that's all outside myself telling me what to do. I know what I want now, and so it's like on pause, waiting for you to say exactly how you want your desired outcome to be. And then with conviction, you will only seek the path of, it's not like you create every single move. It's like the universe now understands what you really, truly desire, that your focus isn't on everything that you don't want, that your focus is on exactly what you do. And if it doesn't resonate with what you know you want now, you wouldn't even give it any more attention. Where in the past, because you were focused on what you didn't want, you gave it all your attention. So it's like the universe outside of us is literally waiting for us to say, now we know who we are, now we know what we desire and what we deserve in our own self-worth. We've gone through a shedding of what we weren't worth, of what we realized in the past that we felt we weren't worth. And then we started to take in the self-worth, and now it's like just the moment before the universe goes, I will reflect what you say you are in this new vibration that you feel about yourself. The next one that I got was the Priestess, but it was in reverse too. So intuition, this is very, very psychic card, intuitive card. But I think that in reverse, it's like, well, they're telling me bringing the intuition into groundedness, into practicalness, having the intuition, but bringing it into a practical nature to be able to see the results outside yourself. Because remember, this is waiting for you to say, there's my desired, I know what my desired outcome is. Now the universe will start reflecting that. And if I see any of this indication of my past coming back to me, I don't even give it any attention, because it's not what I'm looking for anymore. I know my self-worth. I know who I am. And then the priestess in reverse is grounding that into like this intuition of who you know you are, grounding that into creating this new reality. Really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Hey, Isabella. Mark. Hey, Mark. I'll have to look back on these chat bars. I know you guys are probably giving me some heads up on bits and pieces here. So what else is happening? Okay, what else? We need some clarity. We need another pack then, don't we? Do I use this? I've kind of steered away from my oracle cards of late. I mean, using the tarots way more. clarity. Man, a whole heap just fell out there. I won't take all of those. It's too many. Clarity on 6 of Coins in reverse. Messages for general. Clarity on the 6 of Coins in reverse. Okay, 2 cards coming up, both in reverse. I think the reason why everything seems to be pouring out in reverse is because it's like I said, it's on pause, just so that we're absolutely sure we're in the right vibration before we're stepping into creating this new part. See, the whole point is to take responsibility back that you're the creator of your reality. If you take the responsibility back with your logical brain, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. But they're telling me if you take the responsibility back with your soul in charge and the observer of your reality, there's no overwhelmingness, because it's a knowing that every step you take is living in the moment and enjoying the present moment, and that allows you to be the guide through your willingness of your heart and your passions and your desire to create. So it's like we're kind of on a pause at the moment with all of these reversals. We've got the Star and reversals. A wish is coming. It's coming. And then we've got also the 4 of Wands, which is unity, like celebration. Is almost like this is almost like the wedding card. This is like for light workers, the 1111, that we are creating a reality. So I think this week is more to do with really feeling into trust, really feeling into the faith of your soul and the presence of feeling happy and guided from that place, instead of worrying about everything. I will do some free cards. I'm going to do a free card reading straight after this general reading, guys. So just hang in there for a bit. I've got a couple more cards to pull for the general. So here we are. Oh, we've got an upright card, right, for the general. So we've got 9 of Chalice. 9 of Chalice. So emotional realization that, like, the 2 kids that are playing here, and there's this observer watching, like, we're almost saying, what does it look like from a mature presence of ourselves to still have a childlike innocence within us and move forward? Does it come across as immaturity? We're like looking at this of how does this actually work? I want to be the playful curiosity of who I am and move through life like that, so it's beautiful and fun. But I don't want to come across as an immature person where everyone steps all over me. Just be aware of that. That's another message that's coming through with that. And then we've got the King of Wands in reverse as well. So we have the Knight of Wands here, right? And that was upright. So we're in that space of just taking this responsibility back. This is the responsibility that we're leading ourselves to. We're leading ourselves towards taking all responsibility back, not from our logical mind of past projecting into future, but of our soul. And our soul would only have the presence of the king and the queens. Our soul is royalty in itself, because it is Prime Creator creating through us. So we're coming into, this is where we're going. Okay, so yeah, let's get into, could you talk about twin flames? Interesting. I will start to go more into relationships and stuff, because I've shifted a lot of my own, but I wanted to get to a point within myself where I, in reflection, had that myself, because I don't like to talk about things unless I have cured it or healed it with at least enough to talk about in myself. And I was up till now still working through that, but I can see things are shifting. So big time for me, which is getting very exciting, but it's just early days. So I will get into relationships, but I just want to, it'll be when I'm really healed. Like I won't do anything unless I feel extremely healed in who I am, for those messages. And relationships was one of my biggest lessons. But it is shifting big time. Okay, so let's wrap that up for the general. We'll choose one more card. I just choose one more oracle card. Let's see what Osho has to say, and then we'll get into the free Chatbar readings for you guys. So, oracle. So we have consciousness for the oracle. We actually got 3 come out. Really interesting. I'll quickly read these. So we've got consciousness, which is a state of awareness of who you are, knowing who you are. And then courage, to be authentically who you are, and shine even though you're amongst things that you wouldn't normally grow like be your authentic self amongst a reality of inauthentic people. But when you do, you're the one that shines, and they're the one that goes, oh, I want to become that as well. I want to become my own authentic self, not you, but my own authentic self. And the next card that came out is rightness. So that is like the most beautiful card to come out. It's like finally ready to pick the fruit and receive the rewards for all the hard work, the shadow work and everything. So we're stepping in from knowing thyself to having the courage to be thyself, to accepting rewards for being myself. This is where we're going. And it's so exciting. So let's do a couple of free readings for people. Okay, from here on out, if you say, because everybody is like, can I have a card? If you say me now, sorry. Otherwise I have to go through everyone again. And if I miss you, so sorry. Sometimes the energies just don't collide like that, and it's not meant to be. And sometimes, I don't do it on purpose to miss anybody. Absolutely not. So Paul. Okay, Paul. So Paul, very cool. Paul, you have the 7 of Wands, which is like, I feel like in your reality there's a sense of, I still got to keep fighting for this. If I keep fighting for this, it will come right. And they're telling me, no, that's not how the energies are being supported now. These new energies that have come now, they came, I feel, 21st of December 2020. They just started to shift into supporting. So Prime Creator moved the new energies through the sun onto Gaia, so that we're learning to not do the fight anymore. The fight will not be rewarded, is only if it's coming from your own integrity of who you are in that moment. That's necessary. but to keep on pushing for something to come is not going to be supported. It doesn't mean that you don't go through. You might need to go through the fight to understand that, though. So even though I'm telling you this now, sometimes we have to get to the real, like push, and then the other person pushes back, and then you start to realize it's just not getting you anywhere. It's just getting you this. It's not making amends for your life, because what they're wanting, what they're seeing, what they're telling me in the tarot is where you're going is to the 3 of the Empress, which is self-nurturing. Self-nurturing is learning to receive. To learn to receive, we have to give ourselves rest. We have to put down these battens. We literally even have to stand in our power of, no, I need a rest now. I need to nurture myself, because if you don't, you can't receive that connection to your soul, and you don't get the messages to be able to make the next move without the fight. So that's for you, Paul. Isabel, how does that happen? I keep getting these cards mixed up. Interesting. I'm going to put them over there. Sorry, just going to have a quick look. Okay. Okay, it's cards from before's reading. I've obviously put them in the wrong pile without even thinking. Isabel, clarity for Isabel for this week. Clarity for Isabel. Thank you. Isabel, you're going through a massive shift at the moment. It's like the old you is dying off. Okay, so Isabel, for this week, the old you is dying off. It's leaving. You're starting to see where it's not working for you anymore, and just let it go. Now, when you start to let it go, what happens is you start to get more clarity within your mind. It's like a space happens within your mind. And they're showing me to fill that up with emotional support. See, because you got the Ace of Cups as well. So when you feel something falling away, you're no longer attached to the old you, fill it up with emotional support. Like, love who you are in this moment, every single part of yourself. Just keep saying, I am beautiful. My heart is beautiful. I always come from my heart. I love who I am. And just keep doing this. This is going to bring you into accepting your soul's contract. Okay, so a mission might be coming up for you, where you're stepping into something where you go, I feel a pull to do something specific while you're here on Gaia that ends up helping a lot of other people. So this week, just don't focus on the contract or anything like that. Just focus on allowing things to fall away and emotionally supporting yourself. It's going to help you no end, Isabel. No end. It'll also bring you new people, new relationships into your life as well, they're telling me. Jessica. Speak up, Jessica. There's something like, I just felt you through my throat chakra. Then I think you are speaking, or maybe you're not. There's something about speaking up anyway. It's like on one side you are, and then on the other side you're not. Or maybe you're fluctuating between trying things out, like you're not saying anything and then you're saying something, and seeing what reaction you get. But it's to do with you stepping in your power whenever you do speak up. Don't speak up from anger and trying to control outside of yourself. Won't work. And I think that's maybe what you're playing around with at the moment. So you have 7 of coins. It's interesting. Like when I first saw her, when I saw her flash, I thought she had like her mouth covered. So really interesting after I just said speak up. Sorry. 7 of coins. So 7 of coins. There's many choices available for you coming up. I'm just going to pick another card. 5 of coins. See, it's like there's still a part of the old you that's there's still a part of the old you of feeling like you were left out, and then maybe you're over speaking on some occasions and not speaking in other ones. And so it's saying to let go of this, of the past. We need to step in our power and make a new choice for yourself. So the choices aren't just speak up or don't speak up. The choices are, what vibration are you in when you speak? Are you in empowering yourself? I'm saying this with 100% conviction. And if it's wrong and you find out in the future that it is wrong, then with 100 conviction, you say, I apologize for that. And now I'm re-amending. But you always speak from 100% of who you are in conviction, because that's when people listen to you. That's when you get what you need said across, just because you take your power back. So stand for a moment. If you do come up to a situation this week where you have to speak up, just take yourself away for a little bit and go, take a deep breath and go, I'm going to do this from supporting who I am with 100% conviction. And then you move in and you'll say it with clarity and calmness and empowerment, and then you will be heard. And you'll trust when it's said at the right time as well. There's something to do with you speaking up. Okay, so who else have we got here? Isabel, makes perfect sense. I've been feeling the shift and working on myself. Oh, thank you. You're very, very welcome. Okay, who else have we got? So we got Isabel and now Jessica. Paul, Isabel, Jessica, Mark. Sorry, I keep forgetting what I've done. Mark. I really should be writing this down because I'm channeling, right? So my logical brain's like, shh, don't say anything. And then my logical brain's the one that retains memory. And see, it's a fine balance between them both. I do get mixed up sometimes. Sorry about that. Oh, Mark, nice. That one just flew over there. Okay, Mark, so you've got the 10 of coins. So it's like the fruits of your labor have come to you. This 10 of coins reminds me of the ripeness on the oracle cards. This one here. So really getting, nurturing, picking the ripe plants. Like it's like you're being nurtured now. You're stepping into nurturing yourself. But the thing that flew across, which was really interesting because it traveled across my table, was the Palace of Swords. So the Palace of Swords is an environmental card. So your environment, and swords is intelligence in the mind. So you're literally creating a new relationship with your mind on how you're creating the next, where you're going to travel next, where you're going, the environment that you want, the new house that you want, any of that sort of outside yourself sort of environment. You're being gifted because you've taken the responsibility of yourself and self-nurturing, gifted almost the land. See, because it's like the trees growing on the land. Gifted the land to have the environment that you desire. That's what I'm getting for you, Mark. Very cool. Okay, Marguerite. Have you made progress towards teaching intuition courses? I put that on the back burner for a little bit because the portal messages were taking up all my time, and I'm doing the Arcturian one now. I just finished the portal Pleiades portal video. If anyone wants to go check that out, it's absolutely beautiful. If you want to go to Pleiades, go see that video. It is absolutely Pleiades. Really cool. So I've put it on the back burner, but interesting that you say that. I just thought of it this morning, and I'm like, do I still want to do that? I might actually bring up something on YouTube itself where I might have lessons once a week or something, because I want to just keep doing a lot more work on the YouTube channel. So I might do once a week lessons or something like that, where we bring in fun games to play through the day, using normal things, day-to-day things, so that we can inspire our intuition into gathering more information to become more telepathic, telekinetic, all of that sort of stuff. I think that would be a fun thing to do. So you're getting me thinking, Margaret. Thank you. Jamie, can I have a card, please? Judgment, Jamie, in the world. Just making sure that these cards are for you, because I was talking to Margaret at the time. No, they're for Jamie, so it's okay. So judgment is like the universe saying, this is what you really truly deserve. And it's almost like they're showing me the universe is saying to you, this is what you deserve. Now it's waiting for you to say, this is what I deserve. I will take that. And until you say, this is what I deserve, I will take that, the universe can't give it to you. It's like someone giving you $100 for free and you going, that's too much. You shouldn't do that. You've worked hard for that. I don't know if I could take that. That sort of feeling is happening. So judgment is like, to me, it's like something's coming your way and the universe wants to offer you something, but you need to be in the receiving end of, thank you, I deserve that, and trust that it's coming for a reason. Because there's something that you to do with, I think you have a mission too, where the world is involved. And so the universe wants to gift you something so that you can use it or utilize it to create this new path. So just be aware of that in the coming week. This is a weekly message, so interesting. Malcolm. I'll keep the cards clear up. I'm not going to take them because I only want one or two cards for these short readings. Malcolm. Still a lot of cards fell out. But the one that was facing up was the Fool. So the Fool is taking a brand new step into a newness of who you are. A Fool normally stands on the edge of a cliff, and the Fool is trusting his soul now. He's taking a new journey into trusting his soul, because always when you're trusting the observer of who you are and your intuition and your gut, and trusting that to lead you into the path, following your heart's desire and all that stuff needs absolute trust in the moment. So that's literally how we're going to be living this new life, creating this new reality. There's no more I have to hold on to protect. All of that energy is going to be falling away. So this is saying for you to step into trusting your guidance instead of following another. So you've got it within you. So you're going through, there could become a moment where if you're not stepping into trusting, that the universe will collapse something that's not working for you. You know it's not working for you, but sometimes we hold on to these things because it's common ground. It's something that we know and we're comfortable with, and we don't know what's on the other side without it. So sometimes you might get, the universe will go, well, we know who you are. We know the power of who you are. We know your soul's mission. We know what you want to do. And you do want to do all that, but you're not taking the appropriate step to jump off the cliff and literally fall and trust that you're going to land in a beautiful place because you're coming from your heart. So the universe might break something down from you to just give you a push in that direction, because when it falls away, there's no more returning to it anyway. Yeah. So it's Malcolm. Sarabi. Hi. I just realized you just said hi. Oh, you have asked for a card, okay, also. Oh, yes, feeling it. Nice. Lionsgate Portal. I don't know about that one, Matthew. That's interesting. You have to tell me about that one. You give me a, I know you asked for my link to chat, Matthew. Do that. So, Paul. No? Sarabi. Sorry. I got that wrong without telling me you got that wrong. Like I did. Sarabi. Okay, Magician in reverse for you. The Magician upright is, you have all the tools needed to create your reality. You have your intuition in place. You have the physical means to be able to do something. You have the intelligence. You have the heart. You have all the tools within your reality. When it's in reverse, it's asking you to take those tools. So to take back and trust your intelligence, but also trust your heart, but also trust your intuition. So you can utilize all these tools in different moments of your life. We don't always run with our intuition absolutely every step of the way, because we need our logical self, our memories of ourselves to apply something, to bring it into reality, to make something. So in other words, if we want to make like a little a toy for a child or something, then we have to remember how we, hammer that piece of wood with that piece of wood, or what, and then we have to have a hammer, and we have to physically remember how to do all of the bits and pieces to put it together. So that's bringing the logic or our intelligence into the equation of, I remember how to do that. So then you use that to bring it into fruition. And then you say, okay, intuition, show me, my next step. How am I going to, because I don't know how to do this logically, how do I do the next step? So then we ask for our intuition to come in and gift us the next move. And am I coming from my heart? Always come from your heart. Is my heart filled with this, desire to do this in this moment? Or am I just, somebody's telling me to do it and I feel terrible while I'm doing it? It'll never turn out the way you want it to if you do that. So it's really asking you to bring in all the tools and start playing with them through this week. Okay, love a card, Rainbow Warrior. Sure. So yeah, I do full 1 hour readings, half hour readings, 15, 20 minute readings. And just allow them to channel through what messages is needed at that time. So just see the link below if you want to get a full 1 hour reading. There's also a thanks donation thing if you want to, but all my money goes straight back into my business to get these messages out and create all the videos, the beautiful portal videos that I'm doing at the moment. Rainbow, so you've got the 8 of Wands. So you are moving forward fast, something taking your priestess within yourself back, knowing the power of who you are, how intuitive you are. You might even start getting new gifts coming your way, premonition dreams, I keep seeing you being able to touch on the future, also reading other people, but I keep seeing you touching on the future, which is interesting, like the high priestess of, someone walks up to a high priestess and says, can you tell me what path to go down? And you can see which path is the better one. 8, moving, and also abundance coming your way. Abundance, I'm getting a message of abundance coming your way as well. So that's fun to know, isn't it? That abundance is coming in. Yep. Rainbow. So we've done 0. Oh my gosh, we've just done a big leap because there's all these messages. Sorry if I've missed anybody. Isabella, makes perfect sense. Nice. Okay. I have to have read that. Life is a bowl of cherries. Hi, Bobby. Please pull a card for my divine masculine. Will he make a move towards me? How does it look? Thank you. See, and I didn't want to do the relationship readings until I was completely clear. Funny how they keep showing up. Like I'll have a crack at that one for you. Let's just do this. It is life is a bowl of cherries. Okay, so I will choose out of my romance. I'm stepping into my power with all of that as well, so it's really fun. But just remember, everything is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. So if you want an empowered masculine, you have to take that power back within yourself as well for that to show up. But let's just see what's happening for this week for you anyway, and what the cards bring out for life is a bowl of cherries. Clarity. Yes. That one there wants to come out. Oh, okay. Okay. There is something trying to come through to you. Okay. This came out, but it was in reverse, but it's true love. Now, what they're giving me is, yes, true love is coming to you, but like I'm getting it in my throat now. They are telling me that you still need to do some work on yourself. He's coming. That it is going to happen. It is going to happen. It's not necessarily going to be showing up how you thought it would show up. These things tend to, when we're doing the work, we tend to get in our imagination of how perfect divine masculine has to be. And then when they show up, they're still human. So please be gentle on the relationship that is coming. It is going to give you everything you truly desired. But only when you've done this, there's still that work to be done on yourself and taking back your true masculine side, which is the doing, creating your reality outside yourself, that sort of thing. Supporting who you are, that sort of thing is a masculine side. And balance with your intuitive, nurturing side, that there is someone definitely coming though. I do see that. So that's cool. If there's time for me, you are one gifted lady. Thank you. I am guided to it. Another personal reading, Mark. Thanks, Mark. I'm just being my authentic self, and then I just want everybody to step into their authentic self. That's where I come from, because that's how we're going to change this reality. So, Eliz. Oh, I'm still shuffling the romance card. That's interesting. Well, we will put that one aside for you, and then we'll get the... Unless it says flirt, because I was shuffling the romance cards. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So play around with your relationships this week. Have some fun. Like, see where other people are by just having light-hearted fun with them. Liz. Clarity for Liz. And you also got Page of Wands in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. So see the chessboard here? Chessboard is the duality game that we have been playing. Duality game was playing out because we had two hemispheres of our mind, two separate personalities within ourselves fighting against one another. So we created the game of chess to see which side will win. But is the black any more important than the white? No. Is intuition any more important than logic? No. It creates this reality, right? So it's an acceptance. I'm seeing this acceptance, this Page of Wands, a newness into stepping into, allowing both sides of yourself to be in unity and no longer need to play the game of the actual chess game of seeing which one's going to win. That is our old reflection of our old reality that we're leaving. That's why they're constantly bringing up the Fool in readings, because we're literally learning to jump off the proverbial cliff into trusting our soul now without the fight, without the game that's constantly battling each other. Not asking you to be lighthearted this week and just have fun with people and just see where it all takes you. Just trust that funness instead of separating everything into that person's good, that person's bad, that person's... You know what I do in the morning whenever I'm starting to feel into that person's bad and that person's good, especially my own children, or they like this or they're not like that, I clear it in my mind and I say to myself, today they are a new person, and I erase all thoughts of what I judgingly thought they would become or be or are. And my daughters help me with that as well. You know, Mum, you keep saying I'm like this, but that's not necessarily where I'm going. I'm like, okay, fair enough. You know, they're great little teachers, our kids. Very welcome, everybody. So I don't do this, but I'll tell you, I'll keep getting messages. Source wants to see a balance to find female. Yes, that's exactly right, Mark. We're learning to develop, bring in our soul and our intuition of our right hemisphere so that it matches our logic. Our logic is starting to fall away enough for it to start to listen, so we can imagine a new reality and create something different. This is why the outside of us, which has all been logical based, is starting to look like it's crumbling because it is our reflection of us taking our soul's divinity back and our intuition and self-nurturing side as well, where before our life was all do, and you're only really good in this reality if you're doing something physical. Now we're starting to see the benefits of lying down and accepting and nurturing and enjoying and being present with it and present with our abundance of everything that's around us, enjoying every moment. Just beautiful, guys. I love you guys so much, and I will be here next week, and I am possibly going to be doing channel quick energy reading updates every day. Then I'm thinking of doing that, and channel messages, but every single Tuesday I will infuse the free Chatbar readings as well. If you want a reading in between that, then I've got my links down below. I've got a new Stepping Through a Portal series, just throwing up some advertisements for that. Any donations is going to go straight to paying those advertisements off, because I'm putting hundreds of dollars into those as well. I just need to get these messages. These messages out. They're pouring through me. So what else? There was a new video that we just put up with Peter. Had a great discussion. That's my science friend. He lives over in Japan. Awesome guy. And yeah. any other interviews or anything like that, I'm, if you really want to be interviewed, or so if you've got a business that's coming up, I will even look into that. But I'm not going to say yes to everybody because, I have to pick and choose what's necessary for me. But don't ever if you do be brave enough to ask, don't ever get down on yourself if I say, no, I haven't got the time, because I do have a lot of other things I have to do as well. And I'm just going to keep going with the flow. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. Okay, bye till next time.